The global evaluation of Portuguese partners' contribution for SENnet Project exceeded what was planned in SENnet proposal. The network of ICT resources centers for special needs was involved in the elaboration of case studies, in the production of adapted open resources, and validation and participation in online training about inclusion and technologies. PT Partner presented the midterm financial report with all expenses justified and documented. And in the meantime, and taking into account that much more work was developed in the scope of Work Package 4, namely the tutoring of online courses, more days' work were necessary for Ida Brandão than previously foreseen. The massive open online course was much demanding in organization, tutoring, and monitoring, and a request for other costs transfer of budget was required because some logistics for Lisbon meeting had to be paid, like bus for school visits and coffee break, as well as a payment to a polytechnic to help in video production to illustrate case studies. The Portuguese partner hosted a project meeting and peer learning workshop with a visit to 2 schools in the suburbs of Lisbon, which had special units support to pupils with special needs. Each school organized a panel of interventions by teachers, therapists, parent and pupil to present the different dimensions of inclusion. The contribution for Work Package 2 on research and case studies included the elaboration of 8 case studies on pupils with different types of limitations using assistive technology. So in 2012 we had 1 study about a student with low vision. In 2013, 3 more studies about pupils, 1 pupil with dyslexia, another with quadriplegia, and another one with multiple disabilities. And in 2014, 4 more studies were developed by the ICT resources centers, namely on tablet use by pupils with severe communication limitations. The Portuguese versions of the case studies were collected in an e-book in Pressbooks. So the table of contents was organized by chapters, each chapter corresponding to each case study. The contribution for Work Package 3 on educational resources resulted in the submission of over 40 resources in the European repository LRE, Learning Resources Exchange of European Schoolnet, and the respective classification regarding accessibilities. The resources varied among symbol communication tables in storage, video tutorials, and a repository of assistive technology freeware. And these are just a few examples.
Permitir, desde que haja a transmissão de...
The Portuguese partner is responsible for the coordination of Work Package 4 on teacher competence development. And we started in 2012 by developing a guideline of an online course and developing an English version in Moodle platform. And the online course Inclusion and Accessing Technology was made available for all partners to adapt and localize in 2012. And in 2013, another module on accessible OER was developed and added to the course. In Portugal, an online course was organized in 2012 localized with the participation of teachers in ICT resources centers for special needs in order to validate and evaluate it for improvements or adjustments. Another online course on accessible OER took place in 2013, open to teachers with pupils with special needs, and this course had 130 enrollments. In 2014, a fusion of these two previous courses led to the organization of a massive open online course in open tools and social media. Any person interested in issues of inclusion and technology could apply. It was publicized at national and international level, namely to some entities involved in special needs in countries where Portuguese is spoken, like Brazil and African countries. And the MOOC had over 900 enrollments. The MOOC was developed, its main webpage was in Blogger, and it had links for MOOC communities in Twitter, Facebook, Google+, and a channel in YouTube where the screencasts were collected, as well as a Pinterest series of Pinterest boards to gather the works and the activities of the participants. Blend Space was also used to collect the portfolios of the participants. So in the introductory module, participants had to answer a questionnaire to know about their profile and to introduce themselves, as well to create their portfolios. And we have delivered, made available the results of the questionnaire about the profile, their profile. Along the course, the modules were structured in the same way, with a set of resources, additional resources, and a set of alternative activities for participants to choose, linked usually to the search of the resources and the development of activities with the free tools. A help web page with frequently asked questions was organized. So in each module, these questions and difficulties of participants were answered and clarified. These are the answers for module 4. The Portuguese partner contributed to the dissemination of SENnet Project through the ICT Resources Centers for Special Needs network and made presentations in national conferences. It participated in Eminent Conference of 2012 in SENnet Workshop, organized 2 webinars promoted by DG Education about SENnet and the work package for online courses, and created a web page on SENnet in DG Education website, and participated in the e-twinning learning event with a presentation on work package 4. So after a SENnet project conclusion, the special needs services of DG Education will carry on its mission to set policy guidelines on special needs in schools. The network of ICT resources centers will continue its work of assessment of pupils' needs regarding assistive technology and inclusive technology, and will continue to create and adapt open resources to organize teacher training and to produce videos on pupils' cases as well as tutorials. SENnet represented a valid input to develop some extra activities and an opportunity for the visibility of ICT Resources Centers' contributions.